Okay, that's slightly rude. 100 tasty meats spent to tell me to shut up. Okay, that's fine. Wow. Oh, Nabasan, hello, sir. And yeah, I'm gonna put. So watch your damn mouths. I'm putting you guys on live, so watch it.
I want the umbrella heart.
I don't want to watch my mouth.
The umbrella heart is the icon you get when you subscribe to Nabasan. And yes, prototype music because it is awesome. And oh, whoa, shit, we're live. Holy fuck! Hello. So glad for all of you to join us here today. I'm going to just pre-apologize to all of you because tonight's going to be a little wonky. Because I have no godly idea what I'm doing. I mean, granted, not that I know generally, but we're trying something new-ish today.
Yay!
Welcome, one and all. Oh shit. See, I already fucked it up. Wouldn't be
I'm hearing echo, but yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Well, of course you hear an echo. You're hearing it through Twitch, too. Welcome to Bramstock.
My cast should not do the
Ooh. Matt.
Pissing us?
Come on, 30. 40's too much.
I figured out what this thing is. Would anybody be interested in a blank 50 deck?
Blank 50 deck.
Well, because it's the random spell effect card thing, but they also have the option to buy 50 blank ones.
How do you know that?
I'm looking at it.
Not you, doggo.
I'm right here, literally.
Anyway. Welcome to Bramstock. This large walled city has been a home to you and your families for generations. As far back as your father's father's fathers could remember. The city is largely self-sufficient, which is out of a necessity, as to any knowledge that any of you would have, you are, for all intents and purposes, alone in the world. There's been no one new entering the city for, again, as long as even your grandparents can remember. And the wilderness outside was dangerous. But a city of this size had enough defense and some skilled laborers to make out a rather comfortable existence, all things considered. Sure, every now and again, a handful of people find themselves brave, foolhardy, or glory-hungry enough to wish to venture out into the wilds to see what more there is beyond the relative safety of the castle walls. These people are generally never seen or heard from again. At least, if they press on more than a day or so outside the boundaries. To where the Ranger generals kind of scour out, going too far deep into the woods, has seen many a brave or foolhardy hunter get lost to the mists. So it comes as a rather large shock when just this past week, strange people have arrived at the western gate. A caravan of travelers, as they've called themselves, referring as the Ricine.
The what?
The Ricine.
Okay.
They come in colorful carts that have seen much travel. The authority in your city has been remiss to directly let them within the confines of Bramstock. But it seems that the Ricine are, well, comfortable with at least being allowed a small position around the relative safety of the walls. They circled their caravans and kind of set up shop, as it were. They are an oddity. They, well, they come bearing what they call omens. They've extended their hands to individuals looking to see if they wish to extend themselves. Testing their luck, searching for fame, glory, answers. The week since their arrival has been met with a flurry of activity, as it's practically all the townsfolk can talk about as far as idle gossip and chatter. As several have claimed to get their fortunes told by this mysterious group of individuals. And it has seen a resurgence in a bit of the old curiosity that had long been left dormant. The Black-Tooth Gate, a place where the guards and other bastions of law had gathered, had seen an influx of new recruits, people looking to take up and train with arms, thinking they're with ideas put in their head of from these strange travelers. You have all been given an invitation on gold leaf cardstock, inviting you to the Mistweaver. Oh my god. Have to actually inviting you to the Mistweave hovel. And your curiosity being piqued, you venture from your houses, the further secured gates, and travel to the circled caravans to see The one who calls herself the Madame Racine. Madame Racine greets you and bids you all to sit. This is probably the first time that you've been in each other's company in some months. You know of each other, attended various social functions, but have had relatively little to do with each other. You all have your business, as it were. But a lot of your days were enjoying the comforts that your family's hard work had paid for. Though, to be fair, your own personal coffers have started waning. Perhaps that's what brought your curiosity here, with so much talk amongst town of people finding fortunes. Perhaps it was time for you to get your own fortunes read. The madam greets you. And she explains to you that with her and her people drifting in from a place that she calls the Vale, with her comes the winds of change. And she had seen in her dreams the crests of all your houses. And has messages, tidings for you. Should you seek a position in the new growing world, you must make your name worth something again. Gather to you whom you can. Raise the prestige of your house. And in time, you may see yourselves in a higher station within the city. And from that, move forward to make your house not only the most glorious in Bramstock, but to take it without those walls, as the world is only about to get bigger for the whole of you. She gives you 1 week to find from within the city those who are willing to follow under your banner as you do what you can, able, and are willing to create some of the... No. To find your start on this long and arduous journey. You spend the week gathering what people you can to you. You've put them under your employ, and they now have... Well, you've given them the money and the training and what short notice you had to get them started on their... for them to realize their own aspirations. Your coffers have been largely depleted by this training, but the promise of glory, further riches, and a place in history kind of spur you onwards. The week passes. Your retainers, clearly established in their in your stable, return to Madame Race. Bleh. Frickin'. Madame Racine. She informs you that there is a stirring within the old catacombs, the Grey Hills. About half a day's journey to the southwest of Bramstock. Old cemetery grounds, settled on a large hill, mostly made out of granite and scrub. For as much as this is a competition between all of you, she will further tell you that you are not able to achieve this lofty goal relying solely on yourself. You will have to find the balance of working with one another in order to see who can achieve the greatest heights. But fortune is ever the fickle mistress. And as I get more of the stuff that I really should have had, I can show you glimpses of your fate. Pull certain strings to alter your fortunes. You will choose each one who follow you to venture forth into the catacombs. Retrieve for me an ornate brass key that resides within its depths. It will be under your discretion for whom you select to go. But note that it will be a dangerous task. The lives of these people are in your hands, and how you choose to handle them will reflect on your house and others who may wish to join with you. But as she shuffles an ornate deck of cards and lies 4 of them before her and yourself, she will wait for each of you to pick in turn one card. And leave you to decide how and in what order you choose to do so.
Okay. So we have to each pick a card and decide who's picking.
Those do seem to be the terms of our agreement currently.
What was
That was
Is Panda picking first then?
If Panda wishes to pick first.
I don't care either way who goes first.
Can I pick third?
It's fine by me. I'll go second or last. It doesn't make a difference.
Who is picking first?
Well, if you don't care, then I'll pick first.
me. This never bodes well for me, by the way.
But you still do it. Isn't it great?
All right, so we have. What is the order?
Panda.
Me.
Then
Doggo?
Panda, Doggo, Dragon, Fluffy.
all right. So
Appears to be wishing to grab the first to the foremost left.
if I am not mistaken, you are actually able to right-click the card you wish and click to flip it.
Really?
So,
Oh yeah, it has a little marker over it.
so
Kevin, do you want me to flip yours since you don't have a right click?
Please and thank you. Fuck all of you.
Okay.
Thank
Here,
you.
I flipped your card. Ooh. I know what that is.
the mark. What? I did not tell you to.
Sorry.
Fucking hell, people.
Sorry. That was my bad.
It's a 50 DKP minus.
Good thing I don't use that system anymore. Jesus.
Yeah, but it makes me happy to know that you know what that is and how much that will hurt you.
Yes, it would hurt me actually.
The sign of peace. It seems like calm winds are ahead of you. The minds of you and yours will be eased knowing that they are well guarded in your hands. And she will motion to the next to draw what card they will.
I know that one.
Yes. The mark of desperation.
What?
Boy.
Desperation.
You who want something so badly that you are willing to do and give and take near anything to accomplish it. Be wary that your desires do not lead you down the path of one who would not find themselves in good company. Mind your relations with others, lest they be spoiled and you left alone. She'll wave for the next. Sign of avarice. You have much that you wish. A great hunger for things material and ephemeral. What you have will never be enough, and it will always strive you forward. This can be a powerful tool for those who are hungry. Do not rest. And in turn, she will motion for the last.
Haha.
The sign of freedom. These walls have kept you chained for as long as you or anyone can remember. You seek to unshackle yourself, to explore into the great unknown. Such desires will be the forward thought of you and your people. But you will need others to first guide your way, lest you get lost in turbulent and unknown seas. Take these words of wisdom to heart. Come see me when your mission is accomplished. I wish you luck, and eagerly await news of your discoveries. Returning to your homes, you spend the rest of the evening mulling over her words and the task that was set before you. You spend long hours over the following day observing the people at your disposal, trying to think of how you might best accomplish your task. Later that evening, you find yourselves in a drinking establishment. A place where nobles come and congregate and generally preen to one another. As in the coming morning, you have all agreed to set your charges, whomever you decide to pick, forward to earn a bit of glory for your house and to see what the strange travelers have brought with them. And that's where we can turn it over to you. What do you do?
In no small terms, we need to discuss exactly how we proceed.
Wait, are we picking our people to send forward before we discuss it? Or we just decide?
First and foremost, I believe we need to come to an agreement of whether we are going to work tandem on this or individualistic.
I think it's clear that individual work is a bad idea.
Agreed. That means then the next term is putting down on the table now.
But
What cards, what of our retainers we will be issuing forth.
so we're going to the Gray Mountain. There's a break. Do we have other history on where we're going than that?
The silence tells me no.
So
Wait,
no,
was that directed at me?
yeah, I'm thinking what, like, if we're locals here, what else do we know about these Gray Mountain cemeteries? Yeah, like, is there any more we know?
The Grey Hill Cemetery is where people have been buried for as long as you can remember. There is large open sections for the common ground, the common plots, the more noble ones. There is one building, and that is a large mausoleum that does have a lower level to it.
Ideally, that is our goal in mind, I guess.
Right? Oh, I mean, that seems all pretty normal. Not a whole lot of supernatural, terrifying Joe going on. Okay, cemetery. Gray Mountain. Everybody's buried there.
Out of character, I was going to ask Fluffy, do you have anything to contribute to this conversation, or...
Not a bit.
The location has been decided. The goal has been set. How do we go about choosing who to step?
That depends on who you want to represent your house. Your strongest, your most shining, or else ready to die.
Go either way at that point.
We really don't know what we're going up against. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, it could be theatrical, the graveyard, and we have to worry about something dead.
Zombie. The undead.
Or it could be totally out of left field and not theatrical. So
Well, I'd like to
Well, if it's not,
possibly make a rather grave assumption here, and
But bunch.
not going to have to do with anything of a more social nature. Correct?
Well, that depends.
well, if it's not the magical, the undead, or zombies of some type, then we'll just leave them for dead, will we not?
Well, okay, I think I know who I want to put forward.
Hesitant to tip my hand.
Yeah, I'm hesitant as well, because we don't know fully what we're doing here.
I'm game to just send my best and see what happens.
So everybody has an idea in mind of who they want to put forward on this.
I don't, in all honesty.
I do.
Fluffy, do you have an idea?
I only have one character that I think I have any faith in, so
Oh.
And yes, just as a little aside, go ahead and get as meta as you want. It can all be explained in game terms that they are just however they want to. But yes, you're free to do whatever planning you would like.
Oh, honestly, I kind of consider what I have is like an array of pictures of my particular picks, and I'm just kind of sorting through my cards.
However you wish to do it. I am not going to tell
I know.
you one way or the other.
I know.
I'm just sitting back and enjoying how all of you are playing with this.
Frazzled.
I had assumed we were in character this whole time.
You can
I'm trying
you can,
desperately to do so. Yes.
You can be in character. You can be out of character. It doesn't matter to me at this one. It's however you wish to do your planning, because I'm not saying anything about who you are as the heads of your house.
So technically, us as a player are the heads of the house. Is that what
Yes.
you're
Yes,
Yes, that's exactly what he's saying.
You
Perfect.
yourselves are the heads of the house.
I wanted to make sure that the person we were picking right now wasn't the head of the house, because then I would drastically change.
No.
He
You're
made that
choosing for
clear
you.
to begin with.
That would be funny, though.
I'm pretty sure you're not sending yourself into this.
We
Yeah, I've done-
ourselves are completely detached from this. We have 5 friggin' Melvins to use as how we see fit.
Yep.
Cool, just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
I have 4 from my own stable that I could probably pick between.
I have
If
2.
I settle on one, I would like to know perhaps a little bit of what I'm getting into in this particulars.
Getting into as group dynamic or getting into as the graveyard? Because it seems like we're not going to get much more on that one.
Well, you can pick according to the cards you guys pulled. Is there a character that somewhat lines to what you pulled?
Yes, and that's actually not one of the 4 I was going to offer.
Oh, never mind.
wait, what? The cards? The card reading thing?
Yes, the tarot deck.
Yeah, that doesn't really relate to any of my characters currently. Does another game.
Yes, my bullshit
thought
card reading.
I was actually feeling a little attacked. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
Not
We were
wrong,
talking-
but hey.
Well,
We were talking about my characters that have faith the other day, and there we go. I drew the faith of one of my characters.
Yeah, I thought that was funny as hell as you draw Sovi's deity.
okay, well, I think I'm settled on who I want to send forward. I don't know if it'll be a good idea or not, but it's who I'm going to decide on.
I don't mind putting forth mine last, since I have
Okay.
Really, the rest of you seem to have more in mind what you have.
Kevin, do you have in mind who you're going to put forward?
Yes, I've already picked my person.
Alright, do you want to tell yours first or me first? Because we both have picked.
Why don't you go first so I can copy you?
Cool.
I mean, what?
Okay, then I am going to put forward Drawlin. She's a fairy monk.
Okay. Interesting.
You can
Wait,
go ahead
fairy?
and you can go ahead and drop them onto the. We'll say you can go ahead and drop them like just right somewhere in there.
So tiny.
Do you want it bigger?
Oh, I have to zoom in because I had the map zoomed out. A monk? She looks castery.
Doesn't she?
Okay, so I'm going to be sending out, or I call her. Well, they are my fallen Ashmere
Alright.
Fallen Asimar, what?
bard.
Have you decided between your two?
Me?
Alright,
Yes.
so you guys need to make decisions.
Narrowed it down to 3 just from the 2 you picked.
Cool.
Well, you can't. Ooh. Who is this fancy lad?
This is G6 EAT.
Nice. I
A
almost said-
Warforged?
Europe.
That's a Warforged barb or fighter?
Fighter.
Okay, then I have my pick. Go with Kazuo Ishara, who is a hang on a second.
Kalishtar.
Ashtar cleric. Grave cleric.
All right. So, you have discussed whom you wish to send forth on this errand to go within the catacomb and retrieve an ornate brass key. You have the rest of the day, or the rest of the evening, to use what you have to supply your, well, to gather supplies. Each of you should see that you have a separate folder for each of you that has a page that has inventory and status, essentially. There you will see that you have 1 prestige. We will be keeping track of such things. As well as 200 gold left to your house. There are enough shops around that you are able to buy any basic things that you might need for your adventuring party, to equip them, to better their odds, and some minor baubles that might help get you by.
They're naked as far in terms of like equipment to start with, or
These individuals that you collected have in the past, 2 weeks been rallying. These are the able-bodied people who decided that they want to strike fame and fortune and were looking for a means to do so. You were essentially sponsoring them, and they had a base level of equipment, basically whatever the first level packages were.
okay. So they do start with that, and then
They
this
have
is
they have
just
their
you
base
swap
starting
that.
equipment, and yes, your house has to start with 200 gold, and you can use that to purchase whatever you want and hand it to your people as you see fit.
Hard part. It's
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah, you have 5 people, was it? And 200 gold to equip them with. However you see fit.
I feel like we should probably just concentrate on the ones that we've offered so far, and kind of work from there.
It's always your choice to do.
Probably not try to spend all the monies as once.
Alright. So if we focus on this mission specifically, what do we need?
Well, among us have delving kits,
What?
crossbow, or crowbar, hammer, pittons, the like of that.
I'd like to purchase some like potions.
That idea, but those will be a trifle expensive.
It can be, yes.
Well, how much are...
Hold on just a moment. Sounds like
Copies investments. Not right.
okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm trying to get up a list of...
What's going on?
I'm trying to get a list of items by rarity. Because at current, you can purchase common magical items.
Oh, so you're trying... Oh, I see what you're doing, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And where is that book? And that book is my green one. All the color coordinated everything forever. So, for those of you concerning yourselves with potions of healing, they are available for you to purchase at a cost of 50 gold per.
Oh god. Okay. I'll take one.
You go ahead, mark off your gold.
Yeah.
And either place it into your quote unquote character's inventory.
What is your roll for potions, Quinn? Do you roll for it, or do you just take the max?
All right, because I know we had mentioned this a ways before. Potion rules. It takes an action to use a potion instead of a bonus action. The trade-off is that potions will always cure for their maximum value.
That's nice.
So it's more of a tactical thing rather than, oh, bonus action, get a couple of hit points back. You know how much you're going to get, but it is a direct investment of time. And that that includes pulling it from your sack, putting it on yourself, putting it on someone else. So a standard healing potion is going to be I believe that makes it a 10 hit points, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool. So 10 maximum hit points. Got it.
I'm going to double check that number, but potion of healing. Yeah, okay, 2d4 plus 2, so yes. That'll be 10 hit points that a regular potion heals for.
I have a stick of incense and a block of incense.
Definitely two different things.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking and under the list of items, and I don't even see block of incense listed.
Hmm. Weird.
Or stick, for that matter. Or incense. Whatever.
Okay. So is there anything more that people are purchasing?
Hang on, I'm looking.
Okay.
I was just double checking. You said 50 gold for the healing potion, correct?
That is correct.
Wait, what other things can we buy?
Common magical items.
What about uncommon?
No.
Oh.
What did I say?
I know. Common. I just wasn't sure if that was just like the highest, or like it could be anything underneath that too.
Well, I mean, right now all that they have is common. No one. I'm pretty sure though. Just as an example, uncommon magical items start at 100 gold and go up to 500. It's unlikely that you would be able to afford an uncommon item.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
But for the purpose of this, we are limiting you to common items. Which
Makes
I'm
sense.
pretty sure is yeah, it's rather limiting what you can buy. Now there's potions of basic healing, potions of climbing, spell scrolls. Yes. You can buy a cantrip or a first level spell scroll for 50 gold.
Now, as a monk, can I do the same thing?
What's that?
As a monk, can I do the same thing?
Purchase a
Yes.
scrolls?
Mm-hmm.
Well, your monk isn't purchasing these scrolls.
You are purchasing them for on behalf of your monk.
Oh.
Yeah, you basically, your in-town actions are being covered by you yourselves.
Ah, I see.
Did you make the list of the common items?
I hadn't. I was still kind of looking for one that didn't include all kinds of weird-ass stuff. But I'm just kind of giving a look through here, and it seems like potions of climbing, potions of healing, and first level or cantrip spell scrolls are what's going on here.
Are the only common ones?
Yeah, those are the only common ones. Because a lot of the people that you've brought to yourselves are essentially almost entirely the individuals who are able to do. These are the extraordinary people, or the people with extraordinary potential around town. You've got low rent mages and whatnot that are busying themselves.
Well, if these are the cream of the crop, I'd hate to see the rest of the crop.
Commoners, mostly.
I know, but
commoners
Jesus.
and commoners and people in training.
A character
Oh.
I'm talking about, how I rolled. That's why I'm
Yeah,
like,
well.
oh.
Well, some might surprise you later on, if you're lucky.
All right, so, assuming anything that's a +1 item is going to be considered uncommon,
At the very least, I'm guessing.
as well as anything that has any kind of elemental resistance, as well as most armor or amulets and rings.
So if we get a common item, it's going
that's
to
a
take
rare,
the
never mind.
entire sum, yeah?
What do you mean?
We have that gold. Are we spending that to get one item, or are we getting to pick one for...
You're buying items.
Okay.
Start with a copper.
For sake of ease, your common magic items are going to cost you. Consumable magic items are going to cost you 50, whereas permanent quote unquote permanent magical items, basically, one use items are going to be 50 gold. Multiple use items or static items are going to be 100. Although I don't think there's anything here that's not a consumable.
Yeah, it's listed as standard. I don't know if that's common.
I don't know.
There are static things that are common.
Or maybe? Nope, that's not common.
Because, for instance, I'm looking in Xanathar's, which has lots of things. They're mostly not really useful things, but
Aren't those classified as mundane items? Or minor?
they're common.
Most of the things I'm pulling up that aren't uncommon or rare are listed as standard.
Okay, yeah, there's... Includes a few of them. Yeah, it says a... Yeah,
Rare, uncommon. Great. Cool.
Yeah, a lot of the common items are not super useful.
Well, what are they? Because I could probably find some use.
Okay, well the first one here, the common out of Xanathar's. Armor of Gleaming. This armor never gets dirty. The bead of nourishment. It's a spongy, flavorless, gelatinous bead, dissolves on your tongue, and provides as much nourishment as 1 day of rations. I would be giving you multiples of those, because that is just... There's no reason outside of preservability that those would be any kind of buy.
That's actually better than hardtack even, and not subject to anything like putrefy food and drink.
Yeah, a bead of nourishment wouldn't spoil, but it's also 50 gold for 1 day's worth of food, which you can get for 5 silver.
Maybe they could do it as a package deal. You get like 10 or something like that.
That's kind of I'd give multiple, like a small jar.
Yeah.
Just because that's no. Beads of refreshment. Same little, salmon egg type thing. Can turn a pint of liquid into fresh drinking water. Has no effect on magical liquids or harmful substances such as poison.
Oh, that just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if it's mostly a regular liquid, it'll make it fresh. A cloak of billowing. While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically.
Yes, how much?
I'm surprised Panda didn't jump all over that one.
No, I mean, look at G6 EAT's picture. That cloak is billowing magnificently. I need this.
Yes, but he's also the bard. Well, he chose a bard, I should say.
Your robot's cloak can billow because it's got thermal exhaust ports. I don't know.
Possibly farting.
Okay, here's one that's actually pretty useful. The Clockwork Amulet. Copper amulet contains tiny interlocking gears and is powered by magic. A creature who puts an ear to the amulet can hear faint ticking and whirring from inside. When you make an attack roll wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling a d20 and get a result of 10 instead. Once used, the property can't be used until the next dawn. So once per day, you can take 10 on an attack roll.
That is pretty...
So far, that is the most useful common item I've seen here.
I'd almost be tempted with that if it wasn't for the fact my voted forward isn't necessarily going to be in the front lines.
What is that person?
A cleric.
Don't think there is a cleric one, but there are some nice ones for warlock and... There's the
finger
ruby.
guns.
There's the ruby of the war mage, requires attunement by a spellcaster. It's basically a ruby you put into your weapon to allow you to use it as your spellcasting focus.
Now there's the pipe of smoke monsters.
There is a few...
Pint of smoke monsters.
There's a few staffs of different things.
Tankard of sobriety. I like that.
I think that would be like a cursed item for a dwarf.
Yeah. The Veteran's Cane. It's a walking cane that has a bonus action. You can become a longsword. A non-magical longsword, but
But basically your character in Underdark.
Except I have just a sword hidden within the cane. This just becomes the sword. I think
that would actually be better.
I think I kind of want this cane.
If you're a real good boy,
it's
how hard is a brothel owner?
It's a frivolous purchase. I don't honestly need it. I have a cane that can be used as a weapon and a stick at once.
I think the bard needs Instrument of Illusion to Just basically, whenever you play it, little sensory illusionary things happen in a 15-foot radius around you if you are a.
Yeah, and I wish I could just. I might have to look for a Xanathar's PDF to copy and paste this list here. But all things considered, are you still debating your purchases, or have you made your decisions?
I'm good
I
over
mean,
here.
trying to find something.
I think I did and get a potion of healing.
All right.
That seems to be the safe pick.
All right. You just tell me when you are done.
Let me go to my coffer and deduct.
Warforged don't actually have dark vision. Strange.
If they don't,
Don't think so.
pretty sure they did. I could be vastly wrong, but I was pretty sure they did.
You never know.
I don't see it on my character sheet, so I might have missed something. But if that's the case, Moon Touched Sword might be. It's just basically a sword that glows in a 15-foot radius and an additional 10-foot dim.
Yep. Little less than a torch.
Oh. Yep, you're right. They do not have dark vision.
They don't have Terminator sight.
And I guess I assumed because their eyes glow, but I mean, yeah, that's a pretty bold assumption.
They're just taking in the light. They're not reflecting it. I think that's just a stylistic choice from a lot of the artists. I've seen plenty of Warforged that don't have, like, pinpoint eyes.
But most I've seen are always like glowing blue or red or gold.
I suppose it's official art.
Well, I mean, it's the art they used for the entry.
So you don't. So they're camcorders. They're just not good camcorders. They're not equipped with night vision. That's fine.
Unfortunate.
You got it from Radio Shack. What do you want?
All right, so yeah, I picked up a potion. She picked up a potion.
I think I want a potion and a glowy sword, if that's cool.
If it's a common item, you know what prices I'm charging for it.
Constant.
Cool. I have a glowy scimitar.
This is Pathfinder. Just like get a bunch of nightsticks or sunrods.
They have them. Let me double check here. I'm pretty sure I've got superior items. A sunrod for 1 hour of use. This phosphorescent. This stick with a phosphorescent tip, when firmly struck against the surface, will glow as a torch for 1 hour, and it costs 2 gold apiece. It is a heatless, flameless flare, essentially.
Well, that sounds cool, but I'm assuming it's a thing you have to hold.
This is...
I'm sorry, what?
Hold or strap down somewhere. It's not like you're going to set yourself on fire with this thing.
Oh yeah, it's a glow stick.
Yeah, it's a very bright glow stick. For all intents and purposes, it is a torch that does not require oxygen or an open flame.
Oh, I thought I saw your glowy sword, but no, this is a sunblade. That's something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Fluffy knows somebody who has that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? I'll deduct if you're willing to throw 8 sunrods onto the Kalishtar sheet.
You have control over this.
Oh, I do. I just can't find the item to do the drag and drop thing with it.
Oh, no, that's because it's not in there. It's in my guidebook. Just put in your inventory sunrod times however many.
Right. 16 from 150 is 134, yeah?
Don't ask me to do math. Not now.
Come on.
No. Fuck you.
Relatable.
People on math do imaginary numbers. Normal people don't do imaginary numbers. Math, not.
Math, not even once.
I can get on with that statement so hard.
I'm still cool with overpaying for glowy sword because
Oh, be my guest. I'm not gonna stop
It's
you.
it's
I'm just
permanent,
grabbing them.
so
I've
The
been the
sunrods are
one
nice.
guy in the party that couldn't see in the dark before, and it wasn't.
yeah.
Grabbing them as an emergency measure because that's 16 hours worth of, or no, 8 hours worth of, because it's 1 hour per each, right?
1 hour apiece, yes.
Yeah, and they're 2 gold apiece.
Yeah. It's expensive, but hey. it can have its uses.
Whatever I don't end up using will just go into my pocket as far as like for the next adventure if we need sunrods for whatever reason.
Yeah, and there's no reason why you can't basically say what you don't use, you give back to me at the end. You're in full command of your retainers.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm taking glowy sword. I need
Okay.
both hands.
That is very fair. Superior items is what I'm referring to these are. And I will get more shopping and equipment lists up for you as we go. But
Never mind.
things.
I have the light cantrip. I'm an idiot. I'm just gonna go ahead and spell that. Get rid of that.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Womp womp. Damn it.
Others.
I didn't think I had it.
Other superior items. You have flasks of acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin, blade fire, defoliator, farflame oil, holy water. There's your potions of healing. Your smoke sticks, sun rods, tanglefoot bags, thunderstones, and tinder twigs.
God bless. Doesn't that just make or can't I just make or no, it's plus water.
This
To
plus
make
water.
holy water.
Yep,
Can I ask a question?
absolutely.
How much is the alchemist fire?
Alchemist fire is 25 gold per flask.
I would ask for the alchemist fire.
Of course I would.
Showing your true colors there.
To be able to do fire in every character.
Yes.
Hey, it's the most common thing for a reason.
Don't worry.
Can I get 2 of those?
Absolutely.
That would be a lot over alchemical items, but I usually always buy them whenever I'm in a bad habit.
Hey, having things like this on tap, always useful.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. How much is acid?
Acid is likewise 25 gold per flask.
I
I'll
can
do
go
one
ask my
else.
neighbor.
You
What?
could.
I can go ask my neighbor if you really want to know.
Wrong acid.
Oh. Oh. God damn it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh. You're talking about the one that got shot?
Oh God, no.
No, the kind that gets you high.
No, I mean as far as the neighbor.
No, I don't think he was the one who was shot. He was doing business while the cops were here, though.
Okay.
It's a bold
That's
move,
smart.
Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
That is bold. Alright, I think I'm good spending wise until
Alright.
proven wrong later.
Yes, Derek
I won't
Galvin, the proprietor of the Bramstock Traders Post, is very pleased with your purchases, and it seems like he's doing quite well for himself, as the influx of interest and foolhardy people looking to run off to their dooms has meant
As he
for
packs
greater
bulging
buildings.
pockets.
As he is filling his pockets full of coin, and
And I
as
can't
he
hold
was
all these monies.
he can't hold all these monies. But recognizing as some of the upper houses of the city, he invites you to spend as much coin as you want. And says that with that, he's actually endeavoring to speak with the local craftsmen and traders and what mystics he can assemble to himself. And he plans on getting rich not only by taking the money off of fine folks like you and the lesser folk, he says with a bow, who are willing to throw their hard-earned coin at him. He's planning on reinvesting that money and bringing you even greater goods as he's able to accumulate more wealth to invest.
Patient. He will restock his store later. Check back.
But not only that, the peek behind the curtain of that is the more you in particular spend as
More.
a whole, the more, because a lot of the other people are buying, they come from common means. They're buying stuff like, trail rations, pickaxes, things like this. You all are buying high dollar items, things that would require him to go to chemists and priests and the like to gather materials. And with the promise of you doing more business with him, the more you put in, the more he's willing to invest and increase his stock level, essentially. Holy water is likewise 25 gold.
I feel like that might come out in a pinch too in a graveyard, honestly.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
So yeah, I am ripping off as many video game mechanics and bullshit as I can. Welcome to Rosen Queen.
I'm telling.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I'm sure there isn't like 20 games that don't have like, hey, you buy from me, you get customer loyalty bonus for greater stock. And I'm pretty sure not all of them are made by Nipponichi. So
Well, you could tell how many times I've clerked before in this game because I was like, I had to reread, and I'm like, oh, I get turned undead always. That's neat.
well, I mean, it's
yes, I know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but it's a channel divinity. It's either turn undead or your specialty.
Yep. So we had how many potions bought?
Potion of healing, 1 flask of holy water, 1 flask of acid.
Well, I'm asking potions wise. How many have been purchased here? All of you bought one?
I bought one, yes.
I bought one.
The only one that didn't was Fluffy because he went with a sun sword or glow blade. Light stick.
I think I heard him say he bought a potion as well.
Did he?
Yeah, potion of healing.
Never mind. Yeah, all of us, I guess, purchased at least one.
All right. So who bought flasks of either fire, holy water, acid?
I bought 2. Of
You
the
bought
fire.
2? All right. I'm just writing this. I'll tally this all up in the off time and see what's what and where.
I just like the to think that our portraits are the actual us people. So we have essentially a dog person, a dwarf, the dragon waifu, and a cat person walking around just going like, I want this, I want that, I want this.
You are all, by technicality, human.
Ah, dang it.
You're all standard. You're all normal.
Level 1 human with no class.
Yep. Thank you for understanding that right off the bat.
One human with no stats.
With no class. It's out of the front rule book for Munchkin.
We have class. It's called aristocratic.
How many suns? How much did you spend in your sun? Oh wait, you didn't buy the sun sticks afterwards, did you?
Oh, I didn't, because I realized I have the light cantrip.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I was just like, wait a minute.
Okay. Does that complete
think
all
that
of your
does, actually.
purchases?
For me, yes, it does.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
All right then. Your purchase is complete. You go and hand what items to your retainers that you so desire. And you send them forth on their mission. Now I get to roll to see who lives and dies. No, for this, you will be taking direct command, as you would have suspected, of the people you send. How you choose to play them, whether in character, out of character, is up to you. I, of course, encourage role-playing, but, not a necessity. It's however you choose to handle yourselves. With that, how are you going to arrange yourselves?
We're walking. Oh.
Marching order.
I would prefer someone who could fight in the back, but I'm not going to make the monk stand there if she...
I'd really rather not be in the back. Sorry.
Fair enough.
So we got 3 chicks and a robot.
Yes.
That is a weird kind of kind of party dynamic we made.
How about that?
Well, Doggo, what's your armor class?
17.
You say 17?
That's pretty good.
Okay, you get back because I have
Sure.
not.
Yeah, I'm not even that.
Of my people, she's probably the best armored.
I do like that picture. Had that one hanging around for a while. All right. So you move on to the cemetery. It sprawls atop this hill with several gates cordoning off sections as you move higher and higher down the line. You find the entrance to the catacombs, and the door is unlocked, but mostly closed. The Warforged holds aloft his blade to give himself light as you descend into the catacomb below. You find, as you descend the stairs past the main mausoleum, that there are small sconces that have kind of bowed out from the walls at regular intervals, casting dim pools of light at regular intervals down the hall. The entire area seems to be dimly lit. Upon reaching the base of the catacomb, it opens into a 10-foot wide corridor. And I will arrange you as such, yeah.
We'll go square formation.
No. Alright. That being the case, we will allow you then, as you descend into the first level of the Grey Hill Cemetery.
I have some concerns.
2 of that now.
Yeah, I have dark vision. I just see more than this.
Exactly. My concern.
I have glow sword.
Let's see how this...
I didn't see nothing but a black square, so I'm like, ooh, awesome.
Alright, let me see if I can't... I'm hoping that this works. I'm refreshing the page here after making an edit. Of course, I don't have any characters I can see here. Let me... Technical things. You have... So everybody's got dark vision except for the robot, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Not actually. I don't think I do.
I see the thing.
I still don't see anything.
That things I see.
Yeah. I'm slowly bringing people to having vision. Because this was a thing that I had clearly prepared for. And
Wait, the person who doesn't have dark vision is leading?
That's why he had the glow sword.
yep, he's got a glow sword. He's fine.
I've been here before.
Well,
Simon was this exact character.
This is true.
What?
Simon was like this.
Oh.
The only one that couldn't see in the dark and needed both of his hands.
I'll just cast light on you because no.
You can cast light on my other weapon. I have glowy sword and light axe. That'd be... And it makes me a good target, so I support...
I mean, get on your knees and say please.
I'm not sure that's going to work.
I don't think Robotson is into that, but...
He doesn't have.
Sounds kind of rapey.
If that's how you want to take it, that is fine, Dollface.
Okay. Let's see here. Got 1, 2, 3. I should be able to see almost everyone here.
Sorry about that. I had to mute for a second. What's going on?
I'm just making sure that everybody's got the sight that they should have. Does everybody have sight?
Yes.
Yes, all around?
Yes. Yes, I have sight.
Okay, good. And I've got sight on all of you because I have to put all your characters as also controllable by me because that's how streaming works. All right. Well,
My body.
Cool.
you descend and kind of spread out into a loose formation now. The walls here, like I said, have scatterings of very low light. Which, you know, honestly, if I had more time, I would put out little bits of light everywhere, but that's not happening. And I don't know why they don't have that level of illumination, but whatever. This will work for now.
It's fine. I appreciate your effort just the way it is.
Sucking up does you no good.
Yeah, we'll see when you're in person how much that changes.
Depends on how good you are at... Anyway.
Fucking up.
So, you are in the kind of cobalt-colored, blue-gray halls. And you are
It's made
free...
from cold.
Yep. Maybe. You never know. They could have powdery blue bones, you don't know.
I do.
You are free to go about your business.
Shall we remain in a line and go? Or
Be in agreement. Caution is a must.
I'm good to stay in front.
All right. Well,
I see your health.
Oh, I see somebody's help.
I wasn't sure if that was something you wanted. I just put it on there.
I mean, I'm fine with that,
I
but-
honestly do not had. I do not have any problem with you seeing the health for all
As
practical
Bard,
purposes
that's
here.
my life easier.
What's that?
As a bard, that's gonna make my life easier.
Cleric, that's gonna make my life easier.
Yeah, I'm for all intents and purposes, you can go ahead and do that. I don't care. That level of metagaming, I'm not opposed to right here. I mean, if everybody could be using the same bars, that'd be great too. But you know, whatever.
Why do I have to?
Don't be an
Anyway, you're standing around.
Oh.
Caverns stretch out before you.
Patrick, move.
What? Oh, okay.
There we go.
And clear as it is, as you're moving forward, you see that it branches off to the side and continues on down the hall. And you do see a bend in the cavern.
I think we should go down that way.
You're
Robots will
entirely sure
just
about that.
shrug.
Beep boop.
I'm fine with it if everyone else is.
Well, any decision is better than no decision at all. Might as well give it a try.
It's easy enough to see the outlines of the corridor with the light phosphorescence being generated from it. Corridor continues to wrap itself around in a bit of a spiral. The ground is even. It's a little warm here, but then again, you did arrive in the cemetery during the heat of the day, and you're still relatively around the surface.
Let's
The
say,
walls-
as this wraps back around to where we came from, I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
I like your
Probably.
That's one quarter we didn't. Oh, I'm good about that.
I like your disappointment.
I thought I had the morbid view on life.
There's morbid views and pessimistic views. Hey, it
Oh no, he
doesn't.
disappeared. Where'd he go?
It does. What are you? You're using your thing? Your keyboard?
Thank God you have it set where we can see where we've been. I fucking hate that so much.
I've learned that you don't use both advanced fog of war and fog of war at the same time.
Let's say, what does
Oops.
that do? Does it like undo where you've seen where you've been?
No, they just interact poorly with one another.
It does cover up where you've already been, and it just makes things confusing. But anyways, looks like it's gonna open up here.
Yes. Let me just get a quick bout of numbers here, real quick.
Fluffy, I feel like you're attacking me from my first dungeon where you guys went in circles for about 3 days.
I was trying not to say it.
You're not the only one.
But I am
But
one.
if you take offense, then he might be alluding to you.
Look, I'm guilty of that all the fucking time myself.
And I'm pretty sure so was Ken, and I think mine too, because I don't fucking know how to do this shit. I've kind of given up.
Yeah, it's a rough thing to work with. I don't blame anyone
I feel like
anyone who's doing that one. Let's see. This is
I just figured out how to drop spells and items on character sheets.
okay. I'm just checking something real quick here. Don't mind me.
Meaning he's flipping to the monster manual.
What are you talking about? I have monster cards. I pulled everything I wanted to.
I'm tempted to go up to the corner and use my Eyes of the Grave, but I'll hold on to that particular thing until we prove
hold yourselves for a moment. I'm checking some stuff here as you're tromping through the halls.
I do not trump. I glide.
You're tromping through the halls until stated otherwise.
I'm gliding down the halls.
Well,
Mystically and magically. And deadly. I don't know.
sure. Okay.
I stated otherwise.
Well, I had stopped you for a reason, so we'll see how well how you pick up from here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. What do we got? All right. And then all right. As you're approaching, you hear kind of a shuffling sound from further where this area opens up. You hear some scraping, some scuffling, and some motion that just kind of stops.
Are we good to continue and charge headfirst into danger?
You can have control of yourselves again. I just needed a quick moment to get a little bit of information.
Moving in Tetris block formation.
Do, 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 do. So, how are you proceeding?
Like I just said. Now we're
Yeah.
the T block. Ooh, a long
Corner
face.
as much as my clanky metal ass can and look around the
You peer around the corner and you see a large, bulky creature with very heavy, brutish features, standing at a low crouch, with a javelin grasp in one meaty paw. And go ahead and give me a check on your stealth as you're kind of creeping and peering.
Hey, not too bad.
Not too bad. In the dim light, you see he's just kind of scanning around, waiting pensively, this large figure.
Well, I mean, aren't I a glowing beacon, so he can probably see the light from around the corner?
Well, here's the thing. There is a dim radiance around the entire area. You don't cast off any particular in the nature of the stone here. The low moonlight that your sword emits is eerily similar to the light that is in ambience based off the color of the stone here. So you're not in any particular not any more obvious than you would be in the area.
Okay, that's good. So he doesn't seem to notice as of yet?
He doesn't seem to see you, but he does look alert. As you kind of scan here, the little ambient sconces are a little higher up on the wall, and around here, along the edges, seems to be scrawlings of a great battlefield, an army fighting against a dragon. As you see a scene painted on the walls of scorched farmland and houses as a small army rides up to clash with this beast.
Okay. Well, if he isn't noticing us just yet, he will kind of turn so his back is up against the wall and tap the person behind, who I think is a monk. I don't remember her name. Robot-san didn't take any names.
She'll look up to you.
Big hulking guy. Hasn't noticed us yet.
Does he look as if he reasoned with?
Not by me, but maybe.
Might be worth a try not to raise the clatter to be on. She'll turn to the giggling. Is there something you'd like to say?
Well, I'm pretty good in charisma.
Well, if you want to dance around the corner there and introduce yourself, be my guest, but don't go too far unless we need to swoop in for a rest.
Sounds like the plan. Do you want to take it on?
If he moves, I'm going to kill him.
All right. I'll try discussing with him first.
All right. If I can get the lot of you, seeing as how we're moving into a situation, we can drop into tactical. So if I can get your blood pressures, and we will proceed from there.
Hey, I'm maintaining the status quo. Does mine always have the funky numbers after it?
Because you have tiebreaker turned on.
Honestly, I thought I had everybody automatically with tiebreaker on, but that's just me.
My tiebreaker is 0, so you might have mine on, and it's just reflecting that. I don't know.
Could be. So, because I'm such a flipping genius, Ikala?
Yes.
Okay, that is you. Oddly enough, fittingly enough, you may begin with whatever action you find yourself needing to partake in.
Unless I pick another goofy name, so you guys can just refer to me as Kaz.
Oh, don't worry, it's D&D. Goofy names are the norm.
Look at my name. Jesus fuck.
But Sam knows it's pretty habitual with me.
Yeah, you're annoying with that.
My cleric, if I get around to playing it, has a very fun name.
My bard's name is not.
I don't know how to say most of my names.
My cleric's name is Ipa.
Ipa!
Basically was trying to make the sound that the annoying fairy makes in Ocarina of Time. That is my cleric's name.
That's hey, listen.
Well, something goes Ipa Ipa.
Can I, do I know what the monster, beast is?
It's a giant, kind of gray-skinned thing as you're moving out. Go ahead and roll, we'll say, general intelligence check. It looks orcish. So you step out into the open.
Ew.
What is your armor class?
What's your armor class?
13. Because fuck me.
As you step out into the open, this creature notices you. Its eyes grow wide. It gets a snarl on its face and hurls a javelin at you.
Wow.
Oh.
For 8 points of damage.
Well, I guess it dies now.
Yeah, now it really needs.
Fuck. Oh, God.
As you take this hard into your side, just... A very unladylike grunt. As you pull this thing from you. You've made a movement.
You have enough movement to get back behind the corner.
Run like hell.
Would you say I could still see the monster? Well, actually, I'm just gonna redo that part. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, he would. From that position, he would have had cover. But then again, you can always break up your movement.
Okay, then at the attack, they will start like medically laughing. It's time to die.
A wisdom saving throw.
And
There you go.
What the hell did you do?
vicious mockery.
You're gonna die.
I
No,
like
I meant
this
the fact that
murder hobo.
Slapped down to like a fifth of your health.
Got rocked like a goddamn maraca in a thunderstorm.
I stepped away to like use the bathroom and grab laundry, and I come back and you're almost dead. Like, what the hell happened?
We can't leave you alone for anything.
I mean, to be fair, we can see his health pool, and he says all of us combined.
Yeah, I'm not too happy that you can see his hit points, but hey, it's
But when I can't see,
it be what it be.
it's monkey friend.
Much as I hate that statement. So does that close out your turn then?
That does close up. I'm not all of you now.
Hey, I was gonna go out there, but you were over here like, I'm first.
That's
The jar dead. I got a jar dead. That's basically what you just did.
Hey, you fucker! But you yell at it and it makes a grunt of discomfort.
good job. For 1 point. Fuck me.
Hey, that's not the important part. He has disadvantage.
He does have disadvantage for his next attack. Which brings us to, Great.
Ha! Yes! I had noticed that too and wondered if that would be the designation.
To Great Bot. It is your turn.
Had you cast light on my axe or no?
You had it on your sword.
Well, I know that, but he mentioned casting it as...
Oh no! If you asked me to, I could have. I just didn't know if you
that's
did.
fine.
I did at the beginning when we first got in. I just didn't actually roll it because I didn't know if that would be important or not.
It's a cantrip,
Right?
right?
Nah.
You just touch it and it glows. You just can't
Yeah.
do more than one object.
Might require concentration, though. So that may be a thing to keep notice of.
It's a cantrip, and it does not require concentration.
You can just only
Okay.
have one.
Someone else, yeah.
Which is a good trade-off, if you
Wow.
ask me.
I don't know where to put it, but I want to put.
So 20 to 60 means that I can throw it safely within that range, and I'm good.
Yes, 20 you can roll normally, 60 is at disadvantage.
And then above 60 is where I have issues, yeah?
Above 60 is ineffective, you can't roll. And apparently the train signaling Great's turn is his steam vents open up as he's loading up murder.exe. I don't know.
Then if he does have glowy axe, he will hand it to whichever one of these two lovely ladies will take it.
Use an axe?
They don't need to use it. I just don't want to throw that.
I mean, if you need a hand, I suppose I could offer you one.
Cool. Then he's gonna hand you his glowy cool axe. Throw his not cool glowy axe at the thing.
All right, so you're
Oh shit!
you're throwing at a 15 because it's a disadvantage.
Okay. Probably doesn't hit then, but we'll see.
Unless you want to get closer.
No, because I can't really get. I mean, I have to get within 20. I can't get within 20 and then be able to duck back behind the corner, which is my.
Okay. So you kind of you have them hold your a glowing hand axe as you step around the corner, whir up your arm, send it sailing, and yeah, it just kind of makes a hard impact across its chest and kind of scatters off to the side, to which you hear it come to rest near the wall and clank into something.
Love. Duck back behind the corner and put his hand out for his cool glowy axe.
She'll give it back.
You gave
Okay.
it to the right.
The idea is to piss it off and let it come to us.
I'm sorry, would you like to evaluate the plan with the rest of us? So that's
Well,
one with 2 hit.
It's better
You're
than
down
it's,
a weapon now, my dude.
Well, currently we can't get to it and attack it, so it needs to come closer for that to happen.
Or, my plan was to run away, but
Does that end your turn?
Yep.
Drawling. Drawling.
really, really wish I'd gone with a more ranged character at the moment.
I'm just amused at everything that you've done.
What do you mean?
Hi, Mom! I didn't see you chime in there.
Oh.
I'm just saying, the choices you made through all this is very amusing. It's also because I don't have to worry about putting anybody in here either. I just get to murder you all.
I don't think this is a good thing.
Great.
You death deities again?
What's that?
Oh, I was just double checking the roster of gods because I was gonna establish my faith real.
I find the sudden need to be religious.
Oh no, I'm a cleric. God damn it! But I wanted to pick that, and I forgot where you listed those 3 death deities.
The 3, while Dralin is forming her plan of attack, the 3 primary deities that deal with death are Amadeus, Veranos, and Medina.
Right, and which one was the one where it was like the cycle of rebirth one?
They all have touches to that of natural cycle. Depends on how war oriented. There's that handout that's in the
I
dragon
find
chat.
the thing you linked. Did you put that? You put it in Dragon's Party?
Her Discord, but I think it's under like the Sage's Gifts or whatever forum.
It's under Lore Keeper's Repository.
Yeah, okay.
Repository.
Lord Keeper's what?
Repository.
hell, I didn't even get the right words, so you know. Anyway, as you're going to that, Dralin, what are you doing?
Drawing has no way to get to this thing, and also doesn't particularly like the idea of throwing it to the bitch.
Well, I guess our only goal is to get a key, not to feed everything.
Yeah, I like the idea of turning back and running. Maybe this thing will think it had a bad dream.
Are you saying that I'm a bad dream?
I'm saying you're probably going to have nightmares tonight.
I'm more like the gave you the bad touch, but
don't want to mess with the thing. I will ready an action for if we have it.
What's that?
I will ready an action.
What are you readying?
My quarterstaff.
All right. If it comes within range of your quarterstaff, smack it.
Yeah.
Okay. It is. You are kind of boxed in, just to let you know, or you are not on a place unless they run over one of your teammates.
I mean, I'm small enough, you can get right past me.
Oh, there's no problem pushing through you. It's just, yeah.
It throws things. I don't want to get in its line of attack.
That's fine. I'm just letting you. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I don't have any. Okay, no. I want to ready a dart then. I'll throw it past one of their heads.
That's acceptable. All right, you ready your dart for when you have, I'm guessing, line of sight on it.
Yes.
All right. Kaizo Ashara. Unless of course the monk wishes to move. Or has anything else it wants to do.
No. Well, I mean, she'd like to run away, but it seems everybody's hell-bent on fighting, so... Here she will stand.
It's not even the fact that we're hell-bent on fighting, but...
It's the first round of combat.
We tried reasoning.
It didn't want to talk to us.
And something's just jumping out of the shadows at it, so, you know.
It didn't have to attack first. It could have checked to see what beautiful thing was coming up to it.
It absolutely could have.
And it didn't. It put it in a beautiful thing.
And it didn't recognize her beauty, therefore must be murdered.
Well, I still see nothing.
Well, clearly there's something there because there's a gaping wound in your companion.
Yes, I'm checking out my companion's axe wound.
It's not an axe. It's
No,
not an
this
axe.
is a javelin.
Unless you're pulling down their pants. And I'm getting banned from Twitch for that.
Yes, you are. That's 6 back to my injured friend here.
Oh.
Yes, I touched you. Now you feel better.
I feel much better after all the touches.
At least 60%. At least 60% better.
That's basically my turn. Because I can't see the thing, and I'm not going to push out blind.
Fair enough. That being the end of your turn.
Oh god, here it comes.
I love how it's just called creature.
Well, I wasn't going to tell you what it was.
That's fair, but...
Could have called it orky looking guy.
That's pretty much what I got.
Alright, that's 30 feet of movement as a bonus action. And then it will just kind of move over here as its movement.
I am sobbing right now.
The good news is it has disadvantage.
The good news is it has disadvantage. It will... Let's see, that... Yeah, it's going to throw a javelin back at the gray thing that shouted at it and made it feel all bad inside.
I can only fix you so much. Please don't take more hits.
Okay, what was your armor class again?
13!
13?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 15. So it hits you So it hits
wait,
you.
you did use disadvantage, right?
I did. It was a 10 and an 18 on the
Ah.
dice.
I hate my life right now.
You take 5 points of piercing
Oh.
damage.
Okay, that was the first one.
Oh no.
Not good.
You know what? Fuck this shit. He's getting vicious mockery again, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, that'll be it. And then it kind of it chucks its javelin and then just kind of starts backing its way up while pulling another from its pack.
Oh god, it's got multiples.
Oh yeah, it has a fair bit of these. You see it's probably got at least 6 more javelins in it.
Grand.
So it's your turn now, Miss Shouty Bard.
She's gonna shout again and leave.
Run.
That was rude. What is with the ones?
Let's see. What is a wisdom save? All right, straight up roll. You shout at it again, and it does not seem to be fazed by you.
Ugh. Oh, I will. I'll give a. How long does a bardic inspiration have to use?
1 minute.
Okay, I'll wait.
As long as it takes for us all to.
Cool.
I mean, granted, combat only usually takes four rounds. You can inspire them now if you want. It's your bonus action.
Okay,
Fire before you die.
I will inspire.
Great
I'm
bot.
too good at that. Could you not let it? You've been
Alright.
inspired. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you are inspired.
Fire.
Congratulations, I'm getting out of here.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end for me, yes.
Great bot.
All right. Oh, this is gonna hurt, but victory or Valhalla.
It's the way to go. You rush up and slash at it, and the blade scrapes along its chest with a metallic hiss. The leather rags hanging in front of it seem split, and you see a glint of steel beneath them. It does not seem to have been harmed by your attack.
Your family.
Again, you and just the casual racism with all your characters.
You know, Quinn, stop being such a white person about it.
What is the inspiration? Like a D?
A D6. I believe it starts off as.
No, I don't know why I
Okay.
rolled a 20, but yeah, probably not.
No, you still fail to breach its armor.
Okay, well, bonus action. Yeah, take that,
Inspired.
motherfucker.
Yeah, there you go.
And how far are you fleeing?
So it takes 2 points of damage because this is unless you have 2-weapon fighting.
Unless I have what?
Do you have 2-weapon fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you still apply your modifier to it. Good to know. All right. So your sword just scrapes along the surface of its of what seems to be a suit of full plate, and it kind of shrugs the blade aside, and you find a quick place in its calf where the armor plates have kind of separated a little bit and hack into its leg. It grunts out at you.
Now to see if everyone runs away and leaves.
The bitch I am.
All right. Oh yeah. By the way, quick rewind. It did get into line of sight where you could have thrown your dart at it.
Okay, do I get to do that now?
We'll have it. Quick rewind to it, but yeah, go ahead and do that before your turn because it should have been done on its turn. All right. You are outside of that, so it sails wide.
Okay.
No, I don't like this.
Now I get to take my turn.
Yes. Just a little bit of bookkeeping, making for sure that everything's on the level. Jump up.
Yeah, I'm not alone.
What's her character's name again?
Drawing.
All right, you come jumping up and swing with your staff, and as the creature's focus has been on your tin can friend, you manage to find an opening and just kind of ring it right in the arm. Go ahead and roll your damage for 10 damage. All right.
Oh,
And I also get my unarmed, yes?
You do have your offhand strike or quarterstaff strike because it is a monk weapon.
So I can hit twice with my quarterstaff?
One for each end, yeah.
Not as good.
But good attempt.
Kind of seeing the new threat pop up, smacking itself on the arm, as you crash down it on, and then just kind of start swinging the other end up to try and catch it in the calf and buckle its leg. It drops the javelin that was in its hand down and kind of parries your strike.
Exciting.
Well, that's all I have.
All right. Ishara.
I'd call back to Ikla, but she's set on leaving, so I guess I'll just go ahead and what's the range on a light crossbow?
What does it say? I don't have it on hand directly.
Oh, 80. Okay, that's well. But I'd probably still miss. I pull the light crossbow and take a shot at it.
Yeah, it just kind of you fire on it, seeing you kind of pop up and raise your thing. It kind of twists its shoulder to you, and the impact off of its pauldron just kind of sends the bolt skidding wide.
That's disappointing.
Anything else out of you?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn. I'll just disperse with the crossbow for now.
Okay. The creature.
oh boy.
Quick question. Are you editing directly on the token for your
No.
creature? Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not.
I was.
I am opting because that was never really supposed to be visible directly.
Okay.
However, what I am trying to do is use the stoplight system.
Means
Which means yellow is caution. He's injured.
Yeah, it means he's not. No dot is he hasn't been touched. Green dot, lightly injured. Yellow for, moderately injured, red for very weak.
Injured.
Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to do stoplight systems so that you can kind of see how their physicality is working.
That's really smart.
I'm trying. I mean, and I have a new like status token pack running on this and everything. I got new dungeon tiles to quickly throw things around. It's a whole thing. I'm trying to find ways of doing all this kind of cool stuff. All right. So with that, we are going to take a swipe at the javelin is just let go as it shifts. It shifts its shoulders off. A large, a great axe into its other hand and swings at the stick wielding individual.
God, parry, please.
Oh my goodness.
What is your armor class?
22.
What is your actual armor class?
She's a monk.
Kevin, your face.
I'll check.
My actual armor class is 17.
17.
Not
Okay.
bad.
That's very respectful for a first level character.
Well, considering she's wearing no armor compared to my skill and shield.
Yep. Okay,
okay,
so
Still have this flesh over here that's been punctured several times.
You should
all
try.
right. So
Yeah.
your armor class is 17, you said?
Mhm.
All right. It hits you with a glancing blow as you're able to kind of deflect the majority of its strike away from your body, but it does kind of catch you along your side a little bit. But the wound is certainly not as bad as it could have been. You take a total of 5 points of slashing damage.
Was that at disadvantage?
It does not have disadvantage.
Oh, because he saved. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, he saved versus that last one you did, and he already threw a javelin, which did cause it to. No, he hit you pretty soundly. But that brings it to the bard.
The bard's going to just scream.
Are you within 60 feet?
Oh, that's a little far.
Hey, the upper ends of it, but. All right, these are straight rolls.
Dare you hit a pretty little lady like that?
It
You
fails.
are rude.
It failed?
It failed its save.
Yeah.
Yep.
As it just
More
kind of
chip.
snarls and just. Anything
Oh,
more
making
from
me
you?
feel bad. Urgh.
Is that all from you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not. Yeah, that's all.
All right. Great bot.
Great. I just see it as G beat.
I honestly figured it would just be shortened down to G6 because, like a G.
Like a G6.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
G6.
interpreting the 6 as an R. You're a great bot.
Yeah, I'm fine with great because I noticed that too and was like, I wonder if it'll be G6 or great.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're doing the flanking thing, but I'm doing.
Flanking is plus
can
2 to
count.
strikes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not giving.
Won't matter, but okay.
Yeah.
It's not on that one. But bonus action, maybe. Aha!
Hey, there you go.
I love it when it's just the same number on both sides.
Yeah, it's just like I definitely want that hit. Okay, so yeah, again, it seems like it seems like your tactic is kind of feinting with one hand. This glowing scimitar, as you strike out with it, and he blocks it with the butt end of his great axe, which kind of opens up the underside of his arm, and you kind of get a quick flicking hit right into the underside there with the hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all of it.
All right, Drolin.
Yeah, we need this thing to not be a thing anymore.
We're getting there. We're whittling it down.
I mean, it's just that surprise round that really fucked you up. "Quote unquote" surprise round.
+2?
Yes, you do get a +2 to your hit. So you rolled a 17. You strike out, and the staff just kind of reverberates almost painfully in your hand as you strike him flat in the chest.
Okay, I'll take my bonus action. Oh my goodness.
Bang! And then you swing your around and just hit bang as you hit him in the back plate.
Oh my goodness.
My hands, they hurt.
That's what it would sound like if you fought G6.
Yep.
Do I have key points yet as a level 1?
I don't think you do. I think that's at level 2 is when you get key points.
Cool. I hate level 1.
Yeah.
Now you
under scary place.
It is. It is a.
Torture guys this hard.
You're fighting one dude.
One dude with like an 18 armor class at the very least.
Oh, at least 17.
I just hit it with the 17. It did nothing.
Nothing. Oh no, you're right. It's meat beats. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. The way I'm doing attack rolls, if you hit the armor class, it's considered a glancing blow. You hit, but you only do half damage. So if you exceed, you do full damage. You meet, you do half. It's one of the ways that I help keep you guys alive in the long run.
That's all I can do, man. Pleased about this. Doc, go do something. Kill it.
You had a super good opener on him, though.
He did.
I needed another one of those. It didn't happen.
This is true.
I'm hoping this is going to be a pretty good opener on it.
Hey, Toll of the Dead. You need to put that in. You need to put that into your attack spot.
Thought I had it in my attack spot. Hang on.
But it is a wisdom save, so a straight roll. Which it fails, so a d12 necrotic damage.
Yes.
I want to just add this to my
Your cantrip bar, essentially.
Yeah.
So it fails 1d12.
Yep, 1d12 because it's injured.
Right.
Because Toll of the Dead is a fucker of a cantrip.
Oh, I enjoy it.
Oh no, I love it too. It's a fucker of a cantrip.
Get in here.
I kind of want it on Anwin, but nothing I am has, I think, allows for it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just roll a d12 real quick.
Yeah,
That's not on Warlock?
it might be. I just don't know. I just don't think that Anwin took it. All right,
That was sad.
5 points of
a little
necrotic
bit.
damage as it just kind of grits its teeth, bringing its free hand up, clutching at the back of its skull.
Yeah, Wizard War. Hey, we got them down to red. We might
Yeah,
sur-
he's
Now
looking pretty rough.
Sure.
Yeah, now it is his turn. And he's got a couple of things up in his face.
And
And the robot He does have disadvantage on this strike,
Okay.
which he turns it upon the thing that has dealt damage. So he turns his rage on the robot.
Oh.
So what is robot armor class?
17.
Okay, so that because of vicious mockery misses. As the ringing in his head and the echoes of psychic shrieking from the bard are just in his head, he just is momentarily distracted as he swings at you wide, and you just kind of duck it with ease. Speaking of the bard,
Am I helpful?
Very,
Mhm.
you made a great axe hit miss.
I'm helpful.
A great
Oh, I guess
it-
technically. Yeah, a great axe that would have dealt, what was it, 14 points of damage?
Yeah, that would have one-shot me, so good job, sir.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why. It doesn't matter what the number really comes up on Vicious Mockery, especially at low levels. It's just that if it lands.
I hope you miss again.
This saving
My
throw
grandma
versus my wisdom
speaks
DC,
better
right?
than my
Like,
grandma.
what was that? What was your sass?
Nothing.
No, I'm actually curious. I want to know how scathing this bard is.
I said my grandma could swing better than that.
Ooh. Is she alive or dead?
Yes.
Schrodinger's grandma.
Okay.
That's a story.
Let's see. It's wisdom, so straight roll. It takes 2 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on its next attack.
Yes.
I mean, in all honesty, that disadvantage is what's winning us this fight. So
Oh yeah. Fucking something swinging out around a great axe while you guys are level 1 is fucking terrifying.
I will. Oh wait.
Hey,
Let me.
my
just-
shit is 1 second.
Miss
Save
Bard,
DC
what
is
else you do?
13, right?
I am just making sure on the just. Oh, I would like
Yeah,
to give.
it hasn't moved, so
I'd like to give Sam an inspiration.
go for it.
You've
What?
been inspired.
Get a key point.
Please use your inspiration sign.
Okay.
To use it out of spite.
And that is all for me.
Great
Oh,
bot.
look, she's got a little.
all right, we shall repeat.
time bot. Go.
Miss with that again,
Goat bot.
and miss with that as well.
Yes.
Not
As
okay.
as the desperation is starting to show on this thing's face, it's kind of swinging around wildly, almost at the moment devoting more of its attention to parrying blows than it is striking out at things. Anything more from you?
That's all I got.
Drawlin.
Okay.
You've been inspired. You the monk.
Yeah, well, she has to miss first. All right, you slam.
Need it now.
You slam into basically the rib cage with one end of your staff. As the plate in it kind of buckles a bit, and you hear the sharp exhale from the creature.
That's a punctured lung.
It was in the sternum, but there is a little bit of coughed up blood, so there's definitely some internal damage. It is swaggering on its feet, but it is still standing.
Okay, bonus action then. Can I use my inspiration?
You absolutely can. It's a D6.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
1 plus 2 is 14.
I'm gonna say no.
So we've learned something about the bard today. Catty bitch, but not good at cheerleader. This is what it's telling me right here. This is absolutely what it's telling me.
I'm kind of upset.
You're kind of upset. Oh yeah.
I'll inspire myself from now on.
You can't. Unfortunately, you can't.
I will use it for other things.
Oh man, I really hope that hits.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, what is?
Those who reside in the house of the dead should lay with the rest of them.
Clearly.
5 damage. Yay.
Potentially
It says-
5 damage.
Yeah, but definitely say it.
It makes it safe. It's clinging. It's clinging on for the last vestiges of its life. Bringing it
Olga
to.
did a bonus action?
What's that?
Olga did a bonus action?
No, it's a standard action. I like practically every cantrip is a standard action.
Okay. No problem. No worries then.
Yeah, believe me, if there was a bonus action damaging cantrip, it would be the most overpowered shit known to man.
Yep. It's called Vicious Mockery.
Like magic missile of 1 damage.
So, in desperation, it turns its attention to the thing that hit it.
No.
Goody swooty, get wrecking that booty.
Because of Vicious Mockery,
Oh my
it
god.
misses. Otherwise, 14 damage.
Ooh.
See, I'll show that. We had a 4 and a 14 on the dice, rolling a 10 for its axe.
See, it really doesn't matter who does the most damage or gets the killing blow. Vicious Mockery is the only reason
None
we're
damage.
going to win.
Yeah, but I like the killing blow, so.
Vicious mockery this thing to death.
You know, I love if that actually happened one of these days. Like, they actually did die from the Vicious Mockery.
That'd be beautiful.
I mean, you
Oh,
killed a
it
goblin
happens.
in the other game.
Yeah,
It
didn't
literally
you kill
happens
it?
the other
Didn't you
day.
mock a harpy to death or two, right in the beginning?
Yes, we did.
Oh, I did. Right.
Knocked a goblin in 1 shot.
That's
Like, you smell funny. Blah!
I mean, in an entirely different game that I'm not related to in any way, shape, or form, a bard mocked a couple of ghosts to death.
nice.
I mean, it is.
But anyway, Ikla.
Roll this bitch. My grandma's dead and she can swing better than that.
Straight roll of a 13. And it just kind of looks at you with a wild, savage thing as you see, kind of curling up at the corners of its eyes, Well and Burble with a black ichor as it just kind of streaks down its cheeks and starts to buckle under the weight of its armor. Its arms grow sagging as it kind of spits out at you this glob of blood-caked spittle before it kind of takes a knee, leaning on its axe, and then collapses forward.
Yes!
So it still did damage? Nice.
Speaking of mocking people to death, here we are.
Ah,
I would
If
say
only-
don't
if-
quit your day job.
what's the thing? But yeah,
Can I do a thing?
you can do a thing. You've got a killing blow. You can do a thing.
Killing blow. Come up. On the
Oh. What's that to say? He tastes like orc and blood.
What did you do?
I kissed him on the forehead.
as he just kind of reaches up and just kind of tries to spit his last breath at you, but it just comes at this foam spittled glob. It is just kind of, you see the consciousness and awareness just drain out.
Say hello to Grandmama for me.
And congratulations. You all have survived your first encounter.
That was terrible.
So, what are we doing?
I think I should take a moment and have my healing potion.
Can we take
Oh.
a short rest?
What was that?
Can we take a short rest? Or not able to at this point?
There's nothing threatening you right now.
How does the rest of the party feel about taking a rest?
I'm down.
I mean, it saves spell slots and potions for later, so I'm fine with it.
We all have one hit dice we can roll.
Refresh slots? I thought wrong.
What's that?
If we're not using the slots to heal ourselves right now, instead we're using our...
Oh, true.
Yeah, you each have a hit dice during a long or a short rest to, kind of patch yourself up, take a breather.
Yep. I did not get hit the one time he would have one-shot me, so I'm good, but I'm totally fine with taking a short rest so the people who do need healing can save other resources.
Our hit dice is DA, right? It's mistagged on my sheet for whatever.
Yeah, it just kind of defaults that. So you are setting yourselves up to do a short rest, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
How are you doing so?
How are we resting?
Well, I mean, you're in a
Well,
large open room.
Yeah, by all appearances,
build a
though. By all
We can build a
appearances,
fire pit on the back of the or I'll sit around him.
by all appearances, this is a big open room with no other entrances. So Roboto is gonna come and guard the entryway.
Okay, so you're posting a guard for yourself.
Yep, I don't need the rest, so might as well.
Can I loot or try to loot this body?
You're trying to.
He's gonna kind of give you a look.
You're gonna try and go
He's
and
only-
riffle through the body. All
Yeah.
right. Go ahead and roll your investigation for me. The armor is pretty well beaten down. The axe is damaged, mainly because of the hefty blows it was trying to parry. You do have the six javelins that it had in reserve, and that seems to be about everything that was usable on this. The scraps of armor look ragged, and as you're looking over this creature, it's now that it's not threatening you, seems wildly malnourished.
Seems you're about to die anyways.
Well,
So I can basically speak telepathically to any number of creatures, but I can only give one of them the ability to speak telepathic with me, one at a time, kind of thing.
Yeah, you have telepathic messaging.
Okay. Well, because I was
what
thinking
else?
of actually being mute and using that as my primary. but it's only out to 10 feet.
Do you have any special rules for rolling hit dice, or do you just take the roll that it gives you?
Well, make for sure you're rolling the proper hit dice, because them monkeying around with it didn't it inappropriately labeled your hit dice. So
Okay.
so you are taking just hunkering down where you are, essentially out of direct view of the corridor, with Great Bot taking like.
Nice.
Hey, there you
Wait,
go.
+2?
Except
Well-
that's not, my roll should have been a D8.
Yeah, and you should have waited until I told you could spend them.
Sorry.
Which
But
we will pick that up next time we play here.
Ooh, I knew this was coming.
Yeah?
one thing though, before I was going to say before I had a coughing fit that I could totally use those javelins because I threw my only extra axe.
Oh, your axe, you can see it clattered across the floor.
Oh, well then
You
Yeah.
can easily pick that back up.
Still, having more than one ranged option wouldn't be a bad idea.
I have all the things to throw. Just carry around a bag of garbage.
And the catapult spell.
Yes.
But yes, you can easily pick back up your hand axe. It seems like the noise it made earlier. There seems to be a rusted gauntlet in the corner that it kind of hit off of.
So mainly what I'm doing currently, while being still near the body, is just kind of silently mouthing last rites for it.
Okay. And we will pick ourselves up next time for that. I am not entirely certain when we'll do that, if we're going to go in an alternating pattern or what. But hey, that was the first one down, and you guys fought an Orog.
Hug? Neat.
Orog. A malnourished one, but an Orog nonetheless.
did you roll-
Because... What's that?
Did you want me to roll a d8 or?
No, I'm not going to have you roll your hit dice yet. We'll see what happens while you try to rest.
Oh, okay.
Basically, if we can actually do it or not.
What?
AKA, he's going to ruin our rest and kill us.
Oh gosh.
Maybe,
Probably.
maybe not. You don't know what's going on.
Probably.
You are trying to hunker down in a dungeon. Welcome to D&D.
Do I have to roll something to reclaim that crossbow bolt I had lost?
Give me percentiles real quick.
Okay. Okay.
And you said there were 6 javelins, because unless anyone's saying otherwise, I am taking.
Well, 7 if you count the one that got so 8 if you count the ones that came out of your companion's body.
Who's licking the for you?
I think
I
she
actually
has
don't know how to roll percentiles.
dibs on those two if she wants them.
Should be
If not,
D1. There should be a D100.
I can hear you.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20.
Darlin is
And there's a D100 here.
yeah.
I
I
see.
see.
Oh, there it is. It's under the advanced rolls. My bad.
because you're bleeding.
Would you like to lick that?
Yeah,
Okay,
you were able to recover your crossbow bolt.
All right.
Right.
And that's that. Oops.
I think I will. You.
Good night, Mom.
Good night.
Good one.
Hey,
My mom will sit around and watch geeks play Dungeons and Dragons because that's the kind of life she leads.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for joining. I'm kind of interested in to see where the rest of this goes and what we can pick up. Next Monday probably will go back to understudies, although I might carry it this forward just to see where we end up with this. I'll get back to you on that.
Let's just see if you tease and torture us.
Yeah, it's like you're in the middle of a dungeon. I kind of feel a little bad making you go to skip a week to get it done. I mean, I also feel kind of bad making you guys. You know what? We'll get past this dungeon, or at least try to. If it goes on for another week past that, we'll probably skip. But yeah, but we'll see if you can't make it out of this. But tomorrow, I'm going back into the bowels of some creepy cult-like church, and most likely getting my head caved in by a guy with a safe on his head. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, because that's what I do with it. As I'm playing the Evil Within.
Oh, right.
So, fun times to be had by maybe all, if I can get past it. But in any event, everyone, take care of yourselves. Later.
Later.